The World Poker Tour. The biggest games, the greatest players, and the largest payouts on the planet. The WPT is a series of international high-stakes poker tournaments that can turn amateur players into millionaires and make professionals into superstars. With millions of dollars on the line, it's time for these 6 players to live the dream of fame, fortune, and the one thing money can't buy, a WPT title. Tonight on the World Poker Tour.
Hi everyone, welcome to the Mississippi Gulf Coast for the Southern Poker Championship.
Tonight we are coming to you from the spectacular Beau Rivage Resort and Casino.
I'm Mike Sexton alongside Vince Van Patten, and this is the WPT.
That's right, Mike. If tonight is anything like last time we were here, it was ridiculous, it was crazy, it was one wild night.
Well, that's because tournament pro Bill Edler was literally down to 2 chips with 2 tables left, yet staged the greatest comeback in WPT history to take down that title. And Vince, he's got the WPT Tiffany's bracelet to prove it.
Yes, he does, but that was last time, and this is now, and tonight is all about these 6 remaining players.
Leading the way is our chip leader, an aggressive pro out of Houston, Texas, Sohail Shamsiddin. But he's going to have to get by the player with the most experience at the table, an old school rounder, Hilbert Shirey.
That's right, but there's also a local pro and 3 amateurs, and they want this one to be one to remember.
With so much money and a WPT title up for grabs, you can just feel the excitement in the air.
Okay, the wait is over. Let's go watch him gamble.
So here we go, the final table of the Southern Poker Championship about to get underway. We started 3 days ago with 283 players. We are down to our final 6. The winner tonight is going to take home over $1 million.
That is right. The antes will start out tonight with $4,000 for every player. Blinds are going to be $15,000 and $30,000. What a group of 6 we have going after over $1 million. We have the good old boys. We have the unusual suspects. We have upset specialists going on right here.
Well, you can hear the heartbeats all around. All these guys making their first WPT final table appearance.
That was a big blind.
On Hilbert Shirey, an old school rounder. He lays his hand down.
Bobby Sewer from California also going out, as does Tyler Smith.
Action around to Alan Carter. He folds as well, so it's the battle of the blinds.
Last time I limped in, you raised
chip
me.
leader Sohail,
I'm mad.
with just a 7-4, is going to get aggressive, making a raise, $90,000 to go.
He's already mad. We're just starting here. Chuck Kim is on the short stack. He looks down at an ace-3 offsuit.
All right, I'm all in.
He's going all in over the top on deal number 1.
Instant full by Sohail. Gotta love that.
Okay. He's got too many.
Well, Chuck Kim making a nice all-in bet there to take down that pot.
I'll tell you something about Chuck Kim. He says that he plays in home games. He's kind of an amateur poker player. But he says, you know what, it's embarrassing, but I'm not even the best in my home game. How did I get to a WPT final table?
Oh, boy. One thing you know, all the home game buddies are rooting for him to bring more money back to the game.
All right, right back to the table, Bobby. Sewer quickly folding his hand. Tyler Smith also out.
Alan Carter looks down at 8-6 of spades. Alan's a businessman, owns a dry cleaner's business. He's going to raise it, makes it $75,000 to go.
And now the chip leader, Sohail, peeking down at a 10-7.
I see a flop. They're getting bored here.
Look at this. He loves to play. He's called.
Well, he's a big action gambler. He says, so what the hell? He calls with a 10-7.
But Chuck Kim has picked up a quality hand, pair of jacks.
Far better than the last hand he went all in with ace high.
He is still the short stack.
All right, let's do it. I'm all in.
Well, he's all in again. Back-to-back hands.
As he should.
Hilbert Shirey going out.
It's on to the original raiser, Alan Carter.
You created the mess. Clean it up.
Give me a count.
Who won't play that 8-6.
300.
Round to Sohail.
You're way ahead.
Yes, we've seen what an action player this guy is. That's how he got to hold all those chips.
You're so far ahead that you have no idea how far ahead
Don't do this to me.
He is not afraid to play pots,
If
but
pot odds is there, I'm going to have to.
He's quite a gambler. He's 52 years old, out of Houston, Texas. Born in Iran, and right now he's figuring out the pot odds. Is it worth it?
folks, you will enjoy watching this guy play because he is a little bit on the reckless side, as we say.
This is his second WPT cash. Quite a player.
It would mean I can gamble. You're ahead, baby, but I'm going to gamble.
Good attitude at the table. He says he's going to gamble here, Mike.
Well, he is a fan of Gus Hansen. You can tell that, folks. He is not afraid to play a pot. He has called an all-in bet here with a 10-7. And Chuck Kim has just gone off to the side. He can't even watch.
Just to get us, so we're sick. We have to sweat. That's all there is to it.
Believe me, when your tournament life is on the line, you're nervous.
He is standing with his friends. Chuck Kim out in front.
There comes a flop. Queen 8-7, so Sohail's flopped part of that. He's got 2 sevens now.
Not for long. I don't like it.
Oh, Chuck Kim looking nervous as A-Rod taking a urine sample.
I'll even take a 9 just for the heck
He's
of
got to
it.
sweat this out.
Now he says put a 9 up there. That would give him an open-end straight draw, but it would eliminate a 10 from winning the pot for him.
Here comes the turn card.
And it is a 9.
Oh, man.
So the guy can even call his own cards to come off. And look at Chuck. He looks like a ghost all of a sudden here. He knows his opponent can win the pot now with a 6, a 7, or a jack.
Give the man a set.
10.
Give him a set.
10.
Give him a set.
This could get ugly very quick. Will Chuck have to say goodnight?
1 set.
Going down to the river.
Well, it's a 10. Chuck has made it straight and lets out a deep sigh of relief as he doubles up here. So Chuck taking down back-to-back pots. A great start for him.
God, it's never easy.
Yes, it shows me early on that we're going to see a lot of action at this final table tonight.
Stay with us. We're coming back with more action in just a
Should have
moment.
asked for the 9.
I'm not going to be scared to play. You're scared to play, you just might as well hang it up. I've been knocked out before, so I go collect my 100 grand and see you boys next trip.
For Hilbert Shirey.
Well, Hilbert is right about one thing. He is not afraid to gamble, not afraid to play. He is a high-stakes gambler, whether he's playing poker or golf. In fact, the stakes he plays for on the golf course will not only shock the home viewers, probably a lot of touring pros as well.
Right now, as you can see, Sohail Shamseddin out in front with 2.8 million in chips.
Indeed he is, but Chuck Kim off to a great start here after coming to this final table on a short stack, winning the first 2 pots, including a double-up.
He's an amateur player, a sales manager out of South Carolina. He's taking the first 2 pots, and this time he has a queen jack, and he's getting some chips out.
Well, he's under the gun, as we say, meaning first to act. He's just going to call the big blind, which is 30,000.
Into Hilbert, and look at that. Got the weapons of mass destruction, pair of aces.
Well, I don't care if you're old school, new school, or any school. You pick up 2 aces, you're happy.
90.
He's going to make it 90,000 to go with the 2 aces.
Bobby Sewer quickly folding his hand. Tyler Smith not wanting the action. Goes around to Alan Carter, who's got big slick. Ace-king here.
Well, you better be careful. He could get in some serious trouble here, but you pick up ace-king. It's normally a giant hand, but in this case,
Right.
it's going to be big trouble.
Alan's in the dry cleaning business, and right now he has bumped it up to 250 to go.
Yep, 250,000.
Very costly for him. And now Sohail folds his hand. Chuck Kim out.
So we are back around to Hilbert now. Obviously, he's going to play the hand. Just a matter if he wants to slow play the 2 aces or go ahead and come back over the top right now. My guess is he's going to re-raise, but we'll see.
I'm going to raise it. 400 more.
He doesn't want to milk the Holstein. He wants it all right now.
Always got a hand.
Alan can play as much poker with Hilbert as I have, or he wouldn't be saying that.
You should realize that, huh?
Does he want to compete? And Alan Carter wanting no part of that. He's going to make the nice lay down. So the dry cleaning man lets to put a little starch in his game, walks away.
Hilbert putting the iron right on Alan's cheek right there to burn him just a little bit. And Hilbert is truly one of the most popular players in the poker world. Been around a long time, has 3 World Series of Poker bracelets to his credit. This is first WPT final table, but I guarantee you, folks, he's got plenty of experience under that belt.
All right, the antes have gone up to 5,000, blinds 20 and 40,000. And now the man from California, Bobby Sewer, has Jack 8, folds it. Tyler Smith also out, Alan Carter going away.
So around to Sohail Shamseddin. He looks down at a 10-deuce offsuit. Well, Vince, it's official. It's So What the Hell now. That's his nickname. Let's go ahead and gamble with the 10-deuce. Makes it 120,000 to go.
Slopping that money in. Now Chuck Kim behind him with a pretty decent ace-jack.
Chuck, who came to this final table on a short stack, has actually played every pot so far.
That's what you do in home games, though. No fold 'em, hold 'em. And he's going to call this one. And now Hilbert has picked up also. Nice little pair of 5s.
Yeah, it's the kind of hand you want to see a flop with. You're just hoping to hit 3 of a kind where you might win a giant pot. So Hilbert makes the call. 3-way action. Here comes the flop. Let's come 9-6-4 with 2 diamonds. No help to anybody. Action's on Chuck. He checks. Over to Hilbert. He checks the 2 5s. And around to so what the hell? Shamseddin.
The chip leader who raised before the flop, and he's going to bet with this nothing of a hand.
He's got the 10 deuce hand, the Doyle Brunson. He must think he's Doyle here, Vince. He's the chip leader, and he's just going to put pressure on these guys to test the water, see if they have anything.
Chuck Kim going out.
Well, Hilbert knows this guy's a thief, but even thieves can have hands once in a while. He gives up the 2 5s. So what the hell? Shamseddin takes down the pot with the 10 deuce.
He is moving those chips around like hotcakes at IHOP. He's off to a good start. He's our chip leader. We're coming back with more action in just a moment. Welcome back to the World Poker Tour. The Southern Poker Championship continues. 6 players playing very fast.
Well, 6 of these guys making their first WPT final table appearance. 5 of them from the South, 1 from California. Who's going to take down that $1 million first place prize? Let's get back to the action.
Young Tyler Smith, 22-year-old poker pro out of Mississippi. Has a Jack-8, won't play that.
And to Alan Carter. He looks down at the Ace-9 of diamonds. He spends a lot of time coaching kids, youth basketball and football. Makes it $110,000 to go.
It's the very loose Sohel, our chip leader, who has just a 10-8 of diamonds.
Call.
He's going to call it.
Well, he loves to play, no doubt about it. Makes the call.
Amateur player Chuck Kim folding his hand.
Hilbert Shirey throws away an ace-jack.
And into Bobby Sewer from California. He's got a king-3. He's already got money in there.
Going to cost him another $70,000 to make this call. With his chip count, I think it's a tough call to make, but he's gambling here, Vince. I wouldn't have made this call. Let's see if it works out for him. And so far, it looks like it will. It's come king 7-3. Bobby has flopped the top and bottom pair. He coyly checks.
Trying to trap here, and now Alan Carter, who did not hit, also checking.
When you check to Sohel, most of the time he's going to fire out there, whether he has anything or not. Here's a perfect example of that. $350,000 with the 10-high.
I'm all in.
To the absolute delight of the free spirit, as he says, all in with his 2-pair. Allen out.
Well, Sohel says, how much more is it going to cost me here? You can see there's nearly $1.2 million in the pot. It's going to cost him another $110,000 to call.
I need a runner to beat you.
Well, it turns out he does need a runner to win this pot.
You can say that again, Sohel.
Do I want to waste $110?
1,000 that would be.
You got one in?
Well, he turns to the crowd, says, y'all want me to call?
110 it is here.
Well, why not? Let's gamble here.
He is going to gamble.
It's a possibility his opponent had a flush draw or something where a 10 or an 8 would win the pot, but you see Bobby's reaction when his opponent turns up his cards.
Just put a deuce down there and end it, would you? Deuce.
Jack 9-6.
Deuce. Deuce.
Jack
Bobby
9-6.
just wants to end it now. Doesn't want to have a sweat at the river.
Deuce. I have a weak heart.
Oh, here we go with the turn card.
Deuce of clubs.
Well, it's a king. Gives Bobby a full house. He knows it's over. Look at him start jumping around here, Vince. And he is an excited camper right now. There, his wife. And Vince, you can tell he's the only guy from California. She looks like a Baywatch girl to me.
Bagging again.
And look at this. Gets a kiss from the lovely wife. Struts back in. He doubles up. Nicely done, Bobby Sewer.
That's what we all need sometimes.
Well, he is going to take down this pot and double up.
Puts him to 1.3 million in chips, and so right now he's moved up to 4th chip position. Bobby Sewer, 47 years old. He's from Dana Point, California. It's his 3rd WPT cash. Action's going to Alan Carter right now. Dry cleaning guy. He's got a Jack-7 this time. He folds it.
Over to Sohel. Got burned in that last pot. Now he looks down at a real hand. Got ace, queen of spade here.
Say it ain't so. He doesn't get big hands, but he does this time.
160.
Well, makes it $160,000 to go. Chuck Kim looks down at a 9-10.
Won't play that, and now it's on the good old boy, Hilbert.
Gonna lay down his king-9.
Bobby Sewer with a little pair of 5s here.
Well, they just doubled up the last hand, so he's feeling good right now. Wants to see another flop here, so he makes the call.
Tyler going out. 2-way action.
Well, same two guys that clashed in the last pot. Fighting it out again, and what a flop. It's come ace 6-5. Bobby Sewer's flopped 3 5s.
Oh, incredible.
And Sohail has flopped top pair.
Bobby's going to try to trap here. He checks it, but look at Sohail also thinks he's trapping. He checks.
Both players trying to camouflage the strength of their hand, and now the 10 of spade comes on the turn. And buckle up, folks. You're going to see a lot of action now.
Well, the free spirit, you can't give off a free card here, and he is going to bet.
I'm all in.
But an all-in raise by Sohail.
I bet you can't blame Sohail here. He's got top pair in the nut flush draws. He's going to have to catch a spade that doesn't pair the board to win this pot.
I got no choice. I call.
Bobby seemingly making a crying call here with 3 5s.
God, please don't put a spade down.
He sees a spade that doesn't pair the board will win it for his opponent, so anything but a spade will look good to Bobby now. Vince, if he doubles up here in back-to-back pots, he would go from the short stack to the chip leader just that quickly.
One time, baby.
Sohail says, help me one time, hit me with a spade. Bobby Sewer has a great opportunity to double up.
Here's the river card. Will he do it? Yes.
Well, the 4 diamonds comes off, and the former radiologist says, yes, yes, yes. Look at him jumping up and down.
Right now, he's happier than the hippie going to Woodstock.
I said I'm going to dance on the table, baby.
Oh, a little table dance.
Stay tuned. We'll come back with more action in just a moment.
Oh, I love Beau Rivage.
The hotel here is beautiful. It's like a mini Bellagio.
I was quite impressed with Beau Rivage. Everything from A to Z was lined up just perfectly. Great staff, great dealers. Everything was perfect.
The Southern hospitality has been extremely strong.
The nicest casino I've ever been in. It's the nicest.
This place is awesome.
Well, there you hear the players raving about the Beau Rivage, and why not? It truly is a fantastic property. Great Southern hospitality here as well. Just a phenomenal place to have a World Poker Tour event.
We are back here on the World Poker Tour, and as you see, Bobby Sewer from California is our chip leader. 2.6 million out in front. 6 players remain. Action goes to him.
2 hands ago, he was the short stack guy. Now he's the chip leader.
Looks down at a 5-deuce offsuit. He elects to fold. 22-year-old Tyler, who hasn't played a hand since last year's crop dusting. But he looks down at an ace-deuce and he ejects that.
Over to Alan Carter. He quickly folds. And Sohail looks down at a king-jack of hearts.
150.
He's going to raise it, make it 150,000 to go. So far, nothing gone right for the guy who came to this final table as our chip leader. And that may continue, Vince, as right behind him, Chuck Kim has picked up 2 kings.
What a hand for the man from South Carolina. Chuck Kim. How do you play your kings?
I'm all in.
There you go.
Well, he's going to move all in.
Into old school Hilbert, and he's got a pair of jacks.
Oh, man. Count that down.
Well, Hilbert says, count it down for me. He knows Sohail can raise with any 2 cards, but he also knows that Chuck Kim is a very solid player, as we say, but still. Hilbert, a very experienced poker player, knows that this guy's solid and makes a huge laydown of 2 jacks right there.
That's an excellent laydown.
That is superb, folks. You know, in poker, folding many times is the best play. Money saved is money earned. And we're back around to Sohail.
Sohail with his king-jack of hearts won't play that.
So Chuck Kim getting the respect that he deserves.
I got 2 jacks down.
One of his outs is gone, so.
Got 2 black jacks. I'm ready to, if you don't. 2 jacks heavy beat down there?
Oh, yeah, big ace. Ace queen, probably. Yeah, the ace queen.
Yeah, but, you know, it's a race.
Like you said, Hilbert, we'll see it one day.
Yeah.
Hilbert with a quality hand there will be so pleased when he sees that. He made a brilliant laydown right there. All right, on to the next one. And look at this. Sohail has picked up the pair of kings in first position.
Wow, what a great laydown the last hand by him to lay down the king-jack. And now he comes right back the next pot and picks up 2 kings himself.
A lot more than that, don't you have?
Makes it 120,000 to go, and now Chuck Kim with a nothing hand. Don't get crazy on this note. He folds.
Now it's round to Hilbert. He just laid down the 2 jacks. He knows Sohail can raise with any two cards, as we've seen time and time again at this final table.
450.
And Hilbert is going to come over the top with the king, queen.
The good old boy Southern Gambler gambling here. His hunch is incorrect.
Well, it is, Vince, but on nearly every other hand, it would have been good. But right behind him,
Bobby Sewer with ace, queen of spades.
So he's got a tough decision as to what to do. He's now the chip leader, so wants to protect those chips. He lays down the ace, queen. Tyler going out.
Allen out. And now it's back on Sohail. He's got the kings.
450.
He's going for a Screen Actors Guild card right here, Vince. We know for sure he's just counting this out. He's only going to have about 400,000 or so left if he calls this raise, so we know he's going to ship it in here. But he's just stalling like he doesn't know what to do.
And look at the stare down by the Southern Gambler, Hilbert.
I'm on it.
And he quietly says all in. Hilbert's problem, Vince, he's priced in this pot. There's about 1.4 million in the pot now. Going to cost him another 400,000 to make the call.
Well, this could be a complete disaster for Hilbert.
Ain't got no other choice but call.
Got no choice, he says. He has made the call.
Ain't got nothing. You got me dead, baby.
Unfortunately for Hilbert, he is up against it here. He's got king, queen. Sohail has two kings.
Right now, Hilbert Shirey, a great player, has won so many events, has more bracelets than a pawn shop, is right now in a lot of trouble.
Give the man a 10-jack. Let's sweat a little.
Well, Sohail all smiles here.
I'm sick.
Everything's gone wrong for him so far at this final table, but now he's got a chance to double up and get right back in the thick of things big time if the kings stand up.
There's the flop, and it's a good one for Sohail out in front with the kings.
Well, 8-7-3. The only way Hilbert can win this pot is if it comes queen, queen. Nothing else will do.
Dead.
Yeah, you're dead. I folded one of the queens.
See the look on Hilbert's face.
Oh, boy.
Well, the three of diamonds comes off. That's going to do it. Sohail sits back down. He has doubled up.
Good hand, kiddo.
Sohail back on track. He started as a chip leader. Big pot for him. Stay with us. 6 players remain here on the World Poker Tour.
Very nice.
Sohail is dangerous. He's a dangerous cat.
He is my kryptonite. He's been killing me.
That guy will gamble with anything. He has any two cards. He'll put his chips out there.
There is a method to the madness. To me, there is no such a thing as luck.
I busted 5 here and 4 over there.
If I've got position, is the player I'm against, can I get him off his hand after the flop? I'll play with him. I give him action. I'm very dangerous.
Welcome back to the World Poker Tour. You gotta love the gambling spirit of Sohail Shamseddin.
Now, Vince, he said it all right there. He gives him action, and he's dangerous. I agree with both of those things.
Right now, Bobby Sewer from California is the chip leader with 2.3 million. As 6 players remain, let's go down to the table. Action going to Sohail.
Well, it's on the action, man. Here he looks down at a pair of 6s. And we've seen all these weird hands he's played. Can't imagine he's going to throw a pair away.
No. 52 years old, a poker professional.
160.
What a gambling style he has. He's getting chips out, making it 160,000 to go.
Over to Chuck Kim. Looks down at an ace-7 offsuit.
Home game specialist. He goes out.
Hilbert folds as well.
And now the chip leader, Bobby Sewer, picking up a pair of jacks just when you need them.
Well, you don't want to just call here because then you price the blinds in where they might call as well. So I'd be surprised if he doesn't just come right over the top.
I raise.
And indeed, that's what he's doing.
Yeah, he says raise. Like you're supposed to. Let's see how much.
Make it 550,000.
Ooh, 550,000 to go. Tyler going out, Allen as well.
So back around to Sohail. And Vince, he's actually got 3 options now that you couldn't fault any one of the 3. He can actually make this call. He could come over the top for all his chips, or he could throw his hand away.
I'll call.
He's taking option A. He's going to make the call.
Yeah, we're building a good pot here. 6s up against jacks.
Sure is a good pot. $1.2 million in the pot right now.
Here's our flop.
Now the flop comes 8-5-4.
I'm on.
Gives Sohail a gut shot straight draw to go along with his pair, and he moves all in.
Oh, he's taking the play away.
Now Vince, To me, it's a pretty simple call to make. It's like ABC poker here. You can't put your opponent on aces, kings, or queens, or he'd re-raise you before the flop. If he flopped the nut straight here, or a set, for example, he's going to check to the re-raiser and try to trap him for some more money.
If Sohail really did flop a set or a straight, would he push it all in? No, he wouldn't want to chase away his player.
Vince, I think if you're sitting in Bobby's seat, you have to put him on 5-6 or 7-8.
This is so sick.
Or he has a pair and a gut shot straight draw. That's exactly the scenario. You're a big favorite in this spot. You just quickly say call.
Or make a crying call if you have to, but put the money in, Bobby.
Well,
you want me to call you? Come on, Sohail, you've been so active all day. Talk to me. All day long. If I win this...
Well, you'll be a monster chip leader if you win this pot.
The Californian, 47 years old.
What do you want me to do?
Asking the wife.
What do you want me to do?
They haven't seen his hand, but rule number one in poker, you can't ask anybody for advice.
Time.
Look at this.
Who called the clock?
Sohail has called the clock on him. That means he wants the tournament director to come over and give the guy 1 minute to act on his hand or he's going to kill it.
Now, Mike, this is an obvious tell. Usually when a guy isn't that strong, he's going to call a clock on a player. Because if he is truly very strong, you want him to take all the time in the world. You know,
You're
take
right.
your time.
Give him all day to call.
This is an obvious tell. Will Bobby Sewer be able to figure it out?
Well, I'll be shocked if he doesn't, Vince.
Well, this is the sickest laydown I'm ever going to lay down. I fold.
He's going to fold
He
it.
laid down 2 jacks. I am shocked by that laydown.
And look at this, Sohail.
Well, he's proud of his all-in bet there because that's probably why I won this pot. And in my mind, Bobby Sewer played that hand like it smells in the sewer. It stinks.
And look at Sohail's going to show the sixes. The complete disgust of Bobby Sewer. You know, it's like in tennis.
That's why they call it poker.
You have the guy you're serving for the match, you have 40 love, and you throw in 3 foot faults in a row. Shouldn't happen.
I'd have called it. Well, you're right about that, Vince. To us, it seemed like an obvious call, but it just shows you that the pressure of the situation under the bright lights, playing for $1 million, being at your first ever WPT final table, you're going to make mistakes. Obviously, he made one there.
So once again, Sohail Shamseddin is our chip leader. And right now, Amanda Leatherman is talking to WPT champ Lee Marcolt.
Well, you've been here before. You've won one of these tournaments. What do you think's going through their heads right now?
You know, it's a lot of pressure there, especially for people who've never been there. So I guess the key is just try and relax so you can make good decisions.
All right, thanks, Lee.
All right, to the table, a couple folds, and Sohail also folding.
Well, good advice by Lee, but right now I don't know how Bobby Sewer can relax after that laydown he just made.
Chuck Kim going out.
130.
Well, Hilbert going to raise it. Makes it $130,000 to go with the 9-6 of diamonds. Probably because he saw this guy lay down 2 jacks the last hand, so maybe thought he could take the pot away, but Bobby's going to make the call with a 7-6.
Bobby sticking around with the 7-6 offsuit. Can you say tilt? Here's the flop.
Oh, a beautiful flop for Hilbert. He flopped a pair of 6s and a flush draw.
All in.
And he moves all in.
And this could be trouble for Mr. Sewer because he's got a piece of that pair of 6s.
And he's got second pair. We just saw him lay down an overpair in a monster pot where he would have won. Well, he didn't know if Hilbert's making a continuation bet or really has anything.
And he is just steaming off here.
Well, he's going to make the call, Vince.
Yep.
And he is hemmed up about as good as you can have a guy if you're sitting in Hilbert's seat. The only way Bobby can win this pot is to catch a 7.
Total Armageddon here for Bobby Sewer, doing the wrong thing at the wrong time. You could boil a cup of coffee on that forehead right now. He is steaming.
I couldn't call the other one, but
Didn't call that other bet.
Well, Vince, one hand it was an obvious should call. He didn't. This hand a possible laydown, and he made the call. So let's see if it works out. Let's see if he can catch the 7 and win this pot.
Third card. Nope, not going to help Bobby.
The 9 comes off. Bobby is now drawing dead. Hilbert Shari is going to double up right here.
So just a couple hands ago, the California Bobby Sewer is our chip leader. He's getting wilted away.
way the ball bounces.
I don't believe you put it there, Bobby.
Well, I thought maybe you were desperate.
6 players remain, still going after that over $1 million first place prize.
I'm not upset at all.
And we're coming back with more action here on the World Poker Tour.
He's saying no, he's saying I'm upset. I'm not.
Find out how to become the next WPT champion
at worldpokertour.com.
I think that the game Texas Hold'em appeals to Texans because we tend to be a little more bold. It's huge. And obviously, the thing's a very bold game we play. The best poker player from Sweetwater, Texas has to be Doyle Brunson.
That was a performance of the ages right there by Doyle Brunson.
And I'm just trying to be second.
We are back here on the World Poker Tour in Biloxi. And that was Alan Carter, the dry cleaning man from Texas, who's got one big cowboy hat to fill there, trying to follow Doyle Brunson.
Yeah, but Vince, it's another Texan that's got the lead. Sohail Shamseddin from Houston, Texas, our chip leader.
Let's go to the table. It's going to be on Allen, and he's picked up ace-king.
Well, I don't care if you're from Texas or Mars. If you play Hold'em, you like this hand.
And he's going to put in 150,000 to go. Next to compete is Sohail, our chip leader, second to act. And let's take a look at a queen nine of diamonds.
Oh, wait a minute, Vince. Where's the marching band? This guy laid that hand down.
Well, he played the player. He knows Allen doesn't play too many hands. Chuck going out, as does Hilbert Shirey.
Well, round to Bobby Sewer now. He's got an ace-9 offsuit. Vince, he's still reeling from the last two hands. One he didn't play and one he did.
Yeah, he is Uncle Tilty at this point, and oh boy, he's going to add to the mess, making the call. Can't blame him, though, with his hand.
Well, Tyler goes out. So here we go. Allen in great shape here. He's got ace-king. He's up against ace-9. Here comes the flop. 6-4 deuce. Two spades. No help to either player.
Bobby Sewer first to act.
I haven't checked yet.
Oh, and look at this.
Oh, I thought you were the dealer. I'm sorry.
At a turn, Alan Carter had checked.
Well, the Texan doing a little two-stepping.
This is a free shot here for Bobby Sewer.
I'm all in.
And he's going to take advantage of it with nothing.
And he moves all in. And Vince, you just have to wonder that guy checking on the flop.
Awfully dumb mistake I made, wasn't it?
Certainly looks like he didn't have a pair, an overpair.
Because that's the best hand right there.
Well, you're right about that.
You made a dumb mistake.
It is the best hand, but once he turns it up and exposes it, it's a dead hand.
Shove it. I had no choice.
Look at Bobby just chuckling it up. He is so pleased with himself.
And notice he's passing the mistake blame game over to Allen now and says, yeah, you did make a mistake there. I'm going to take advantage of it here. You know, people have been giving me wrath about the mistakes I made. Why don't you take a little heat for a while?
Bobby would have lost that one. He would have started having Haight-Ashbury flashbacks, but he does win that one. Let's go back down to this hand. It's going to be on Chuck Kim.
Well, Chuck under the gun looks down at the two snowmen. He's got a pair of eights. Very solid player. Tied for the short stack right now. And here he's going to raise it. Makes it 170,000 to go.
Hilbert out. Bobby Sewer also out.
Tyler going out as well.
Alan Carter in the small blind with Jack 5. Won't play that. So the only one to beat is our chip leader, Sohail Shamseddin.
Sohail looks down at the 9-deuce offsuit. Come on, Vince, look at this. What is he thinking about? I mean, he's up against a guy that's a very solid player. Doesn't make any goofy plays, especially under the blind.
500. He is king of the maniacs.
He's going to raise it to 500,000, and without hesitation, Chuck quickly goes all in here with the 2 8s.
How many?
Vince, what was he thinking here? It's a solid player that's on a short stack. Raised it up front. Probably going to be priced in to call.
420 to win how much?
1.5.
You got that 710 again?
No, it's worse.
It's worse than no. That ain't so.
You have a pair or not? If you don't have a pair, I have to gamble with you.
Well, Sohail. Hopefully he doesn't have a pair. It's going to cost him
3 to 1.
a little over 400,000 to call.
Oh, I hope you don't have a pair.
1.5 million in the
This
pot.
is really ugly.
Well, he is going to make the call.
This is really ugly.
He does have one overcard to 9.
You got a pair?
And Vince, I can tell you one thing. If Chuck Kim loses this pot to a 9-deuce offsuit after moving all in with it,
Yes!
you know, he's liable to just go right out to the Gulf and start swimming south. Never come back.
1-9, baby.
Oh boy, Sohail
1-9.
needs and wants to get lucky, and look at Chuck Kim looking more nervous than a dog at Michael Vick's house.
Well, Vince, you're first of all saying, how could this guy raise and then call me with a 9-deuce offsuit? That's the first thing. He's a nutcase.
Here's the flop.
Well, flop comes 10-3-3.
No help for Sohail.
So right now, Sohail's going to have to catch a 9 or 2 running deuces to win this pot.
Running 10s won't do it.
That won't do it.
Well, ace of diamonds comes on the turn, so we're down to the river card. Chuck Kim still sweating for his life here. Knows all he's got to do is dodge a 9 to double up right here.
Got to sweat one more card. Here it comes. Can he get one for the home game? Yes, he does.
Oh, it's a 6. Well, Sohail laughing, said, let me hit one out of the ballpark. Tried to catch a 9. Instead, he struck out.
Sickest game. This is the sickest game I've ever played in.
And with that, Chuck Kim is our new chip leader. 6 players remain. We're coming back with more action on the World Poker Tour.
I was happy with a 9.
We are back here on the World Poker Tour. Welcome to the Southern Poker Championship. And right now, 6 players remain. But Chuck Kim, the self-proclaimed pigeon in his home game, is now our chip leader.
Well, it's an incredible story, Vance. He's playing in his first ever WPT tournament. He got in this tournament by winning a $500 satellite, the last one that they dealt, the last one of the night, and here he is at the final table.
All right, to the felt we go. Sohail Shamseddin with an ace-jack this time. Highly aggressive player.
240.
Makes it 240,000 to go.
All right behind him, Chuck Kim. He's down at an 8-7. He's going to throw it away. Action over to Hilbert Shiree.
He's got ace-king.
I'm all in.
And he says all in with it.
Well, moving all in. He's got 1.2 million left in chips. Bobby Sewer folds his check. Oh, but he accidentally exposes it. It flips up. That's the same hand that Sohail has.
Yeah, Tyler out. Alan Carter now looking at a pair of 10s wired.
Oh, wow. Tough decision for him, Vince. He'd have to play for all his chips here. The pot's been raised and re-raised by a pretty solid player. Would you want to call all your chips with 2 10s? Alan says no. He folds them.
So Sohail now, like you said, with the same hand that he saw flashed, ace-jack.
I would have, but I saw that ace-jack, so I can't call.
Well, he says I can't call, so...
I wish you would have called it.
You know, tough luck here, I think, for Hilbert Shiree. Because the way this guy likes to gamble...
You ain't going to call, are you?
I think there's a good chance he would have called with the ace-jack.
You know that's the worst hand I'm going to have right there.
I don't believe Sohail against this kind of player, Hilbert Shiree, who is so tight, would have called with the ace-jack, so maybe no harm, no foul. But we'll never know for sure. On to the next hand. Action going to the Californian flasher, Bobby Sewer. He's got king 7 this time. He goes out. And now Tyler Smith, 22-year-old pro out of Mississippi who has ace-king.
Well, here we go. Tyler playing his first hand. He's got big slick.
Good luck, Tyler.
And Sohail with a queen 8. Won't play. Folded up to Chuck Kim now with a measly 6-8.
You got it, Tyler.
He won't play that until the only one to beat is Hilbert.
Well, there you go. Tyler Smith playing his first hand since Tippecanoe and Tyler, too, were in office.
All they had to do is cheer a little bit, Tyler. And all of a sudden,
takes down the pot. Everyone gives him respect.
Yes, they do.
Well, he just recently moved down here to Biloxi to play poker, ironically.
He's an online professional, 22 years old. No one's really seen his eyes in about 5 years. All right, it's right back on Tyler.
Oh, yeah. It looks back to normal.
Goes out.
Well, you got a hand, man.
I know it.
And Carter also folding.
On to Sohail. Here he looks down at 10-5 of club, lays it down. Chuck Kim now on the button with an ace-10.
Raise it up.
That figures to be a better hand than the 2 blinds, so most everyone would raise in that spot, and that includes Chuck.
Yep, he's going to make it 180,000 to go into the good old boy Hilbert. Doesn't play, but look at this. Bobby Sewer with ace-king says all in.
I'll call.
And a quick call by Chuck Kim.
Wow. Pretty daring quick call by Chuck in my mind there. I mean, he saw Bobby lay down 2 jacks and make some other big laydowns. Here he's come over the top for all his money, and there you see the concerned look on Chuck Kim's face. But let's see if it works out for Chuck.
Please help me. Next time I'll call with pocket jacks. I promise.
You know, we've never had anyone come to the lens like that to apologize for laying a hand down, Vince.
Ace-king versus ace-10. Can Chuck get lucky and outdraw?
Well, it's come king-jack 3, so Bobby out in front with the 2 kings. Chuck needs a queen to make it straight. Unfortunately for him, we saw Hilbert and Tyler both fold a queen, so he's only got 2 outs to catch a queen. Of course, 10-10 would do it as well, but Chuck Kim up against it right now.
We've seen bigger outdraws on the WPT. Let's see if it'll happen. Not there.
Well, 5 of hearts comes on the turn. We're down to the river. Chuck has a 2-outer, as we say. Needs to catch a queen to make a straight to win the pot.
River card.
6 of clubs. So Bobby Sewer is going to double up yet again. And again, he is dancing and jiving.
No one wants to go home.
Victory lap.
Laps in Biloxi. Stay with us. We're coming back with more action on the World Poker Tour.
It's such a sick.
Welcome back to Biloxi, Mississippi, here on the World Poker Tour, where 6 players remain here tonight. And right now, out in front, Sohail Shamseddin.
But everybody's got chips, Vince. It's anybody's game right now. The actions on Bobby Sewer. He lays down his hand. Tyler has the 7 deuce here, lays it down.
Alan Carter from Texas, dry cleaning guy, goes away.
So around to Sohail Shamseddin. He's the current chip leader. He's got an ace-9 offsuit on the button.
And he's got position. He's got game. He's got guts. And once again, Sohail is going to make the raise.
Well, makes it 200,000 to go.
But his old nemesis right behind him has picked up ace-king. Boy, that hand's been playing here a lot tonight.
Chuck, one of the short stacks here at this final table. Well, I don't know what he is waiting on.
I'm on.
Yep, he's going all in.
Yep, Hilbert out. Sohail is thinking back about all the hands he played against Chuck Kim.
Well, we've seen this scenario several times tonight where Sohail has raised it, and Chuck Kim has come over the top with a re-raise. On every occasion, Chuck's had the best hand then, as he does now. Well, you just get tired when the guy does this all the time to you, but he should see that every time Chuck does it, he's got a hand.
Well, Sohail's saying how much?
I'll call.
And he's going to call.
Well, he's gambling here in my view, and it could cost him because Chuck Kim has got the goods.
Is everything good?
Your pair's good.
I don't have a pair.
Chuck in great shape to double up yet again. As the cards lie, Chuck Kim about a 70% favorite.
Well, Sohail just hates to hear the 4-lettered word. That would be fold. Just doesn't do it.
Yeah. Oh, he loves the 4-letter word call, though.
And Chuck Kim not playing like the amateur. And here's the flop.
Well, flop comes ace-5-4. A great flop for Chuck, well out in front. Well, there you see some of Chuck Kim's home game buddies.
One wins, we all win.
Sohail is going to have to catch a 9 to take the lead. A deuce and a 3 would give him a tie. 10 comes off on the turn. The only way Sohail can win this pot is to catch a 9 on the river. Chuck Kim holding his breath. Knows he's got a great chance to double up right here.
Sweating one more card.
No 9, no 9.
So here comes the river card. Oh, it's a 9.
Oh.
Can you believe that? It's 9 ball in the corner pocket. Chuck Kim has got to take his cue stick and put it back in the rack. He is done for tonight.
Well, what a gentleman. Chuck Kim, our 6th-place finisher, going to pick up $105,000. And what an event we have seen. We have seen down-home flash and splash. Terrible, man. Riverboat gambling here in Biloxi. Talent and charisma has exuded from our final 6, but we are down to 5. Which one of these players is going to walk away with $1 million? Well, we have run out of time here at the Beau Rivage, but there's a lot more poker to come, so join us next time on the WPT.
Next time on the World Poker Tour.
Well, Bob's trying to give it all away, isn't he?
Yeah, baby! Who's that spades there?
Oh, I can't beat nothing.
Deuce. I'm pumping my fist. I'm happy.
Let's go.
And it all comes down in one bam.
It's awesome, but it's scary as hell.
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
How much fun is this, dude? For real, right?
I don't understand what this is for here.